You want better hormones. Cool, that's amazing. What time did you go to sleep last night? Because everyone wants to have this sexy conversation about testosterone optimization, growth hormone, recovery, muscle growth, performance. But nobody wants to have that deeply unsexy conversation about sleep. You know, the thing you're sacrificing to answer emails, doom scroll, watch one more episode, or get ahead while running on caffeine and delusion. Here's the physiology. You know, a huge proportion of testosterone production happens during sleep. Not during your pre-workout, not during your ice bath, not because you bought an overpriced supplement with a tribal logo on it. Sleep. And growth hormone, exactly the same story. You know, growth hormone secretions tightly linked to deep sleep, particularly that slow wave sleep. Those biggest pulses tend to happen early in the night, which means if your sleep is fragmented, shortened, poor quality, or you're proudly surviving on 5 hours because I function fine, your endocrine system would actually like a word with you, you know, and this isn't wellness influencer folklore. There's actually data on this. You know, research showing that even short-term sleep restriction can meaningfully reduce testosterone levels in healthy young men. In some studies, a week of restricted sleep produced daytime testosterone levels comparable to aging by several years. Several years from not sleeping. And growth hormone secretion also takes a bit of a hit when deep sleep is disrupted, which matters because growth hormone plays a role in tissue repair, recovery metabolism, adaptation to training, all the things that people claim they want wearing their whoop strap and ignoring their bedtime. And before someone says, but I train hard. Exactly. If you're training hard, your need for quality sleep goes up, not down. It doesn't reduce. You cannot out-supplement, out-caffeinate, out-mindset, or out-discipline a chronically under-recovered nervous system. You know, your body builds, repairs, restores, and regulates while you sleep. That is the shift. You know, sleep is not passive. Sleep is productive. You know, it's arguably one of the most anabolic things that you can do all day. So before you spend another small fortune chasing hormonal optimization, try the wildly controversial strategy of getting enough sleep consistently. You know, it turns out your hormones are surprisingly old-fashioned. They still like darkness, routine, and you being unconscious for longer than 5 hours.